สวัสดีค่ะยินดีต้อนรับทุกคนเข้าสู่ช่อง Tichi Duco นะคะรายการ Life in Saskatchewan วันนี้เรามาบีกันถึงเรื่องประเด็นของย่านที่พักอาศัยในเมือง Saskatoon จังหวัด Saskatchewan นะคะเราจะมาพูดคุยกับดีแลนซึ่งเกิดและโตที่เมือง Saskatoon จังหวัด Saskatchewan เลยนะคะจะมาแนะนำทุกคนว่าย่านไหนเป็นย่านที่เหมาะกับคนกลุ่มไหนเฉลี่ยราคาที่พักเป็นยังไงค่าเช่าย่านนั้นๆเดี๋ยววันนี้เรามาพูดถึงประเด็นนี้กัน
Hey, welcome. So we actually get a lot of questions on where to live in Saskatoon, and I've actually lived in Saskatoon most of my life, so I figured I'd give you my best picks. We're going to do the top 3 neighborhoods for students/younger singles couples, and then also the top 3 neighborhoods for families with kids. Divided them into those 2 groups just because I'm going to give you the reasons why I'm suggesting the 3 neighborhoods for those 2 different groups. So I hope you enjoy. Actually, the neighborhood, our first pick for younger couples, singles, and students, and the area is pretty big and it's known as Nutana. And one of the main reasons we're choosing this one, first it's clean, it's safe. It's actually located right through Broadway, which is the street we're on now. And that's a combined commercial and residential street. So it's actually kind of like a second downtown where there's lots of unique shops, lots of apartments all over, restaurants. Nutana is also very close to University campus. It's close to a lot of good bus routes and other transportation routes. So in general, it's a very central neighborhood. It's close to the core of the city, clean, safe, and lots of things to do around here. So in Nutana, if we talk about 1-bedroom apartments, the average in Saskatoon, the average 1-bedroom apartment is about $995 a month. Nutana is slightly higher, coming in at $1,158 a month on average for a 1-bedroom. So it is a little bit higher than average, but for the central nature of the neighborhood, close to campus, close to bus routes, close to restaurants, bars, nightlife, shops, coffee shops, everything's really here, and it's a great neighborhood. In Nutana, even though there's no formal larger supermarket, there's a lot of different shops. The bulk cheese warehouse just right there actually has a number of smaller groceries, not just cheese. It also has a fresh butcher shop for meats. They have like pastas, breads, cheeses, different things like that. So you can get little things like that, but also the direction we're headed now is towards 8th Street, which is a main kind of commercial street that has all the large supermarkets and everything like that. So number 2 on my list of neighborhoods, best places to live for students, younger couples, singles, is Varsity View. And we're here in President Murray Park in Varsity View. Saskatoon actually just in general has a lot of green spaces, parks all throughout the city, no matter where you live. They could just be green spaces, open fields. This one has a lot of trees. As you can see over here, a number of play structures. That matters more, if you have kids. This park in particular, President Murray Park in Varsity View, is one of the best known places in Saskatoon for photos. Even in the summer you can see beautiful trees, but especially in winter when the snow is around, it's a very Canadian looking park. This neighborhood is right next to Nutana. It borders on a main street. So again, very central, lots of mixed residential in terms of houses and apartments for rent. So for a 1-bedroom apartment compared to an overall city average of $995, Varsity View is about average at about $1,000 a month. Another great thing, the University of Saskatchewan is about a 10-minute walk that way. Very central, close to bus routes, great for students, close to downtown, shopping, a nice, quiet, clean neighborhood. So we drove 1 minute from President Murray Park, and here's the start of the University of Saskatchewan campus with the University Hospital and most of campus just that way. Here we are in the City Park neighborhood, and it also is on the list of top 3 neighborhoods for singles and couples and students. Again, it's centrally located, close to bus routes, campus, It's walking distance to the river. It's about a 5-10 minute bike ride to campus. And it's right across the river from the neighborhoods we showed you earlier, Varsity View, Nutana. So it's the neighborhood that's actually right next door to downtown, so close to shopping, close to many local businesses, as you can see behind me. And really it's quiet, it's clean, and average rent here compared to an average citywide rent of $995, City Park comes in at $1,058 per month. So just a little bit higher than average, but overall, again, very centrally located, walkable to many other parts of the city, close to bus routes, businesses, shopping, lots of apartments, even homes for rent as well. So we're now in Stonebridge, which is one of my top 3 on the neighborhoods for families with kids. Stonebridge is a mostly residential neighborhood in the south of Saskatoon, and really why it's in one of my top 3 for families with kids is it's quiet, it's safe, and it's got everything you need. It has all the businesses around it, grocery, shopping, restaurants, all that, as well as there's a new school here for elementary school, which is about kindergarten to grade 8, lots of parks and spray parks for kids, stuff to do, close to other neighborhoods with high schools for older kids. And despite being, out further away from the central part of downtown, it has really good access in terms of the freeway to downtown, bus routes, etc. So it's clean, it's quiet, it's safe. There's lots of options to choose from in terms of apartments or townhouse style like this. Out of the 3 neighborhoods for families and with children is the most expensive out of the 3. So Stonebridge monthly rent for an average 2-bedroom is about $1,592 Canadian, and that compares to a citywide average for 2 bedrooms of $1,140 Canadian. Here we are in Evergreen, which is one of my picks for best neighborhoods for families with young kids. The reason why it's one of my picks for families with young kids, again, you're in a neighborhood that's safe, clean, quiet. There's lots of schools around, tons of parks. It's close to everything you need. There's a shopping center called University Heights with grocery, restaurants, other businesses, doctor's offices, stuff like that. It really does have everything you need. Plus, it's centrally located close enough with good access to central areas like downtown and other shopping areas. And in terms of rent in Evergreen, the average rent for a 2-bedroom would be $1,498, and that compares to a citywide average for 2-bedroom of $1,140. So a little bit higher than the citywide average, but still a decent price for a good neighborhood with everything in it. On the way out of Evergreen is the Saskatoon Forestry Farm and Zoo, and it's really Saskatoon's live animal zoo, and there's lots of it's a forest park around there, backing that way. We are in Lawson Heights, which is actually near the neighborhood I grew up in, and it's on my list also for top neighborhoods that are good for families with kids. And similar to the other ones, you're in a neighborhood that's quiet, clean, safe, lots of schools, parks. It's got everything you need. Right behind us, we're at the Lawson Civic Center, which has a public library, a city-owned indoor swimming pool. Kids can take swimming lessons, stuff like that. And actually right across the street here, you have the mall at Lawson Heights, which has things like major supermarket, grocery, London Drugs Pharmacy, food court with restaurants, and just shopping in general, like any mall would. So yeah, Lawson Heights is definitely in my top 3. All right, well, thanks for coming on that trip with us today in our city and learning about my picks for the top neighborhoods to live in Saskatoon. We hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Thank you. Sawadee krap.